Title: Stefon Diggs shattered after Cardi B's baby news. The world stopped spinning for a moment. It was supposed to be a regular morning, sunlight beaming through Stefon Diggs' luxury penthouse in Miami, his phone buzzing with the usual messages from teammates and endorsement agents. But then came the notification that shattered everything he thought he knew. The shocking announcement. Cardi B had just gone live on Instagram. Millions of fans were tuned in, comments flying across the screen, emojis flooding the chat. She was sitting on her plush white couch, radiant yet emotional, dressed in a silk robe. Tears shimmered in her eyes as she nervously played with her long nails. Then she dropped the bombshell. "I wasn't ready to share this yet, but yes, I'm expecting. And no, it's not what everybody thinks." The internet exploded. Within seconds, blogs, tabloids, and fans across X, TikTok, and YouTube went wild. Cardi B pregnant. Stefon Diggs reacts. Offset's involvement. Headlines screamed from every direction. But none of them knew what was happening inside Stefon's heart. Stefon's reaction. He froze, his phone trembling in his hands. The moment those words echoed from her lips, his mind went blank. The memories, the late-night talks, her laughter, her saying, "You make me feel safe again," replayed in his head like scenes from a broken movie reel. "Wait, what?" he whispered to himself, jaw tightening. He immediately called her, but it went straight to voicemail. He texted, no reply. His chest felt heavy, his heartbeat pounding like drums. The man who was usually cool and composed, who faced roaring stadiums and ruthless defenses, suddenly felt powerless and lost. The silence that broke him. Hours passed. The world outside didn't care. Paparazzi were already swarming outside his Miami home, asking questions he didn't have answers to. He shut the blinds and sat quietly in the dark, scrolling through old photos of them, their trip to Turks and Caicos, that night in LA when she surprised him with balloons spelling, "You're my MVP." Every smile looked different now. Every memory hurt. When his best friend and teammate FaceTimed him, he didn't even pick up. His mom called, he ignored it. The only sound in the room was the faint hum of the city and the sound of his own shallow breathing. "She was my world," he whispered. How could she not tell me? Behind the curtains. Sources close to Cardi revealed she had been struggling emotionally, torn between protecting her privacy and facing public pressure. Some speculated that the baby news wasn't meant to come out yet. Others suggested she wanted to avoid another media storm involving Stefon or Offset. Meanwhile, insiders claimed Stefon had planned something huge, a surprise trip to Paris to ask her a life-changing question. But now, everything was in pieces. The night that changed everything. That night, Stefon finally left his apartment. Hoodie pulled over his head, eyes red, he drove aimlessly through the streets of Miami. He ended up parking by the ocean, staring at the waves crashing under the moonlight. He took out his phone again, opened her name in his messages. No new replies. "I was ready to give you my heart, Cardi," he murmured, voice breaking. "I was ready to give you forever." His tears fell onto the screen. He typed a message, "If you ever need me, I'm still here." Then deleted it before hitting send. Fans react worldwide. By morning, social media was on fire. Clips of Cardi's live stream had racked up millions of views. Fans flooded Stefon's recent posts with mixed emotions, some comforting him, others speculating, others demanding the truth. "Stay strong, Stef Red Heart. She broke him. Team Stefon forever. Cardi always playing with hearts." Crying face. Even celebrities chimed in subtly. Drake liked a cryptic tweet about love and timing, while Saweetie commented on a gossip page, "Sometimes silence says everything." Cardi's next move. Days later, Cardi finally addressed the rumors again. This time, her voice cracked with emotion. "People don't know what it's like to live under a microscope. I ain't do this to hurt nobody. I just needed space." Her statement only deepened the mystery. Was Stefan the father? Was it something else entirely? The uncertainty left fans divided, and Stefan broken. The breaking point. A week later, Stefan finally returned to practice. But his teammates noticed something was off. His eyes were hollow, his usual grin gone. During drills, he missed easy catches, something unthinkable for the Bills' star receiver. Coach McDermott pulled him aside, concerned. "You good, man?" "Yeah, just got some things on my mind," Stefan replied softly, forcing a smile. But everyone could tell, the fire in him had dimmed. The letter he never sent. Late one night, Stefan sat down and wrote a letter. He poured out everything, his confusion, his love, his heartbreak. "You changed me, Belcalis. I started believing in forever because of you. If this is goodbye, I hope you find happiness, even if it's not with me." He folded the letter neatly and placed it in a drawer, next to a Polaroid of them laughing at his birthday party. He didn't send it. But he didn't throw it away either. The pain behind the fame. In public, he was back to being Stefan Diggs, the NFL star. But in private, he was still that man sitting by the ocean, trying to make sense of love lost too soon. Reporters asked him about his mindset before the next game. He smiled faintly and said, "You learn to play through pain, not every injury is visible." That quote went viral. Fans called it the most emotional thing he's ever said. Epilogue, Hope in the Heartbreak. Weeks later, Cardi released a new song, raw, honest, emotional. The lyrics hinted at regret, love, and something deeper. "Didn't mean to lose you. I just needed room to breathe. If timing was a person, he'd still be here with me." Stefan heard it. And for the first time in weeks, he smiled, not because the pain was gone, but because he finally understood. Maybe love wasn't meant to last forever, maybe it was meant to teach, to heal, to remind him that his heart was still capable of feeling. And as he looked out at the sunrise over Miami, he whispered softly to himself, "I'll be alright. Someday." Title, Stefan Diggs shattered after Cardi B's baby news. The world froze when the news broke. Cardi B, the bold, unapologetic rap queen, had dropped a bombshell that no one saw coming. Her pregnancy announcement wasn't just another headline, it was an earthquake. The timing, the emotion, and most of all, the man connected to her heart, Stefan Diggs, made it the most explosive story of the year. The calm before the storm. For weeks, fans had sensed something strange between Cardi B and Stefan Diggs. They'd gone from posting affectionate pictures and cryptic emojis to total silence. No comments, no appearances, no likes. It was as if they had vanished from each other's worlds overnight. Behind the scenes, though, the tension was real. Diggs had been deeply in love, building a world around Cardi. He often told close friends that she brought peace to his chaos. But lately, things had been complicated, their careers were pulling them in different directions, and whispers of misunderstandings had begun to circulate. Then came the fateful night. Cardi B's announcement. It was during a live interview on a major network. Cardi wore a flowing white dress, her hair cascading down her shoulders, her makeup soft yet radiant. The host asked a seemingly innocent question about her recent social media hiatus. Cardi smiled, a slow, knowing smile, and said, "I've been focusing on something beautiful. Something that's growing inside me." The audience gasped. The camera zoomed in. And with trembling hands, she gently placed her palm on her belly. "Yes," she said tearfully. "I'm pregnant." Within seconds, the clip spread across every platform imaginable. Hashtags exploded. Hashtag Cardi B baby, hashtag Stefan and Cardi, hashtag unexpected miracle. But one man, sitting alone in his penthouse that night, stared at the screen in disbelief, Stefan Diggs. Stefan's reaction. The football star's phone lit up like a stadium scoreboard, texts, calls, DMs, all flooding in. His teammates were shocked, his manager was panicking, and his mother was calling non-stop. But Stefan didn't answer a single message. He sat there, eyes fixed on the TV, watching the woman he loved make a life-changing announcement, without him by her side. His heart began to race. He felt the air leave his lungs. He whispered to himself, why didn't she tell me? He had known she'd been distant lately. He noticed the short replies, the late-night silences, the missed FaceTimes. But he never imagined it was because of something so life-altering. He thought it was stress, media pressure, not a secret she'd been carrying alone. The breakdown. Later that night, Stefan went to his private gym. It was empty, silent except for the hum of fluorescent lights. He threw a football against the wall again and again, each thud echoing his heartbreak. She couldn't even tell me, he muttered under his breath, tears welling up. We were supposed to be in this together. He dropped to his knees, gripping his phone, replaying the clip over and over. Her smile, that beautiful, emotional smile, tore him apart. He wanted to be happy for her, but pain overshadowed everything. Was the baby his? Had she moved on? Or was she protecting him from something deeper, something he didn't yet understand? Fans react. Social media was chaos. Some fans defended Cardi, saying she had every right to announce on her own terms. Others accused her of blindsiding Stefan. Theories began flying, that she'd found comfort in someone else, that the pressure of the spotlight had broken them, that Diggs was the reason she'd been stressed in the first place. TikToks, edits, memes, all flooded the internet. Every frame of her announcement was analyzed. Every word dissected. Meanwhile, Stefan stayed silent. Cardi's tearful post. 2 days later, Cardi took to Instagram. Her caption read, "Sometimes love comes with lessons, and sometimes blessings come from pain. I never wanted to hurt anybody, especially someone who showed me love when the world judged me. But life happens. And I'm embracing every part of it. Broken heart baby medium skin tone." Fans knew instantly, she was talking about Stefan. Underneath the glitz and glam, it was clear that this wasn't just a celebrity headline, it was heartbreak in real time. A woman torn between protecting her peace and a man shattered by silence. Stefan's heartfelt response. For a week, he said nothing. No tweets, no interviews, no public appearances. But when he finally spoke, it was raw and vulnerable. On his Instagram story, he posted a black background with a single message. You never really know how much someone means to you until you see them living a dream you thought you'd share together. No names. No tags. But the world knew who it was for. The next day, reporters spotted him leaving a team facility visibly emotional, head down, hoodie on. When asked if he'd spoken to Cardi, he simply said, "Not yet, but I hope she knows I still care." Behind closed doors. Insiders close to both stars revealed that Cardi had tried to reach out privately before the announcement but never got through. Their communication had broken down weeks earlier after a misunderstanding, one that snowballed into distance. She didn't do it to hurt him, said one source. She did it because she didn't know how to tell him. She was scared, scared of the reaction, scared of losing him forever. But ironically, keeping it secret had done exactly that. The moment that broke him. A few weeks later, paparazzi captured Cardi stepping out of a clinic, her baby bump visible under a loose hoodie. When Stefan saw the photos online, witnesses say he broke down completely. He just sat there crying, a close friend said. He couldn't believe she was going through this without him. He had once imagined holding her hand through the sonograms, being there for every milestone, even painting the nursery together. Instead, he was watching from afar, the love of his life slipping further away with each passing day. The public redemption. Months later, after the storm had calmed, Stefan gave a deeply emotional interview. He spoke not as an athlete, but as a man who had learned a painful lesson about love, pride, and timing. If I could go back, he said softly, I'd listen more. I'd check in more. Maybe then, she wouldn't have felt so alone. That's on me. Fans flooded his comments with support, urging him to find peace, or maybe even reconciliation. Cardi's surprise appearance. In a twist no one saw coming, Cardi made a surprise appearance at one of Stefan's charity events months later. She wore a simple black dress, her baby bump gone, her eyes meeting his across the room. They didn't speak in front of the cameras. But witnesses said they shared a quiet moment back